Welcome to pre-algebra. We're in section 1.4, subtraction with whole numbers, and I'm on page 33. So what we're going to do is just do subtraction. We did some addition earlier. Now we're going to do the dreaded subtraction. Nobody really enjoys it, but it's one of those common or necessary evils of life. First of all, let's start out with something really basic. 361 minus 241. We start subtracting here. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the right hand side just like we did addition, but rather than add we're going to subtract. So 1 minus 1 is 0, 6 minus 4 is 2, 3 minus 2 is 1. So we end up with 120 for an answer there. That's with no borrowing. That makes it real easy when everything is really nice. And one of the key things on subtraction is you won't be subtracting if each one of these digits is smaller than these digits. See? 1 and 1, they're the same. You can subtract. The 4 is smaller than 6. You can subtract. 2 is smaller than 3, so you can subtract. Well, let's try some where that isn't the case. Let's take one like 92 and subtract 45. In this particular one, our 5 is greater than our 2. Can't subtract if that's the case. So there's a method in order to subtract called borrowing. So what you do is you look at your first number here and compare the two. My 2 is smaller than the 5. Can't subtract. So what I'm going to have to do is make this 2 larger than my 5. So the way I do it is I borrow from the number to the left of my 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 away from this 9 and make it an 8, and I'm going to take that 1 and put it in front of my 2 and make that 2 now a 12. Okay? I can explain why if you want to email or something, if you want the theory behind it, but let's just call that good and keep going from there. 12 minus 5 is 7. 8, this 9 no longer exists. Once we took 1 away from it, made it an 8. So now it's 8 minus 4 is 4, and you get 47. And that is it as far as subtraction. Let's try a couple hundreds digits numbers. 549, and let's do 187. Okay. This 9 is greater than 7. We can subtract, no problem. But we get to this tens digits here, the 4 and the 8. The 8 is larger. We can't subtract 8 from 4, so we have to change the value of that 4 so that we can subtract 8 from it. So again, we're going to go to the number to its left, cancel that 5 out, and we're going to make it 1 less, a 4. And we're going to take that 1 and put it in front of that 4 and make it 14. So 14 minus 8 is 6. Now we take the 4 minus 1 and get a 3, and we get an answer of 362. Alright, well that's it for the lecture on subtraction. I will go over some problems that are a little trickier in the problem set 1.4 on page 37 with the examples. So if you want to stop the tape now and get to work, that's great. If you want to continue on, go to the tape on the examples for 1.4 and we'll go over some more challenging ones.